Hello, everybody. Juannie here, or Baby Einstein, if you will. I'm just kidding. But anyways, I just wanted to take a little bit of time to talk to everybody and put some things in the air. You know what I mean? Um, I've been seeing a lot of people dealing with politics lately and the uproar of that. Whenever I think of politics, I think of like Crips versus Bloods. You know what I mean? Not necessarily as violent, but it's just feels like a bunch of fighting back and forth because I've told people before when dealing with politics, you know what I mean, the president has got power, each branch does, the executive branch, the judicial branch, and the legislative branch. But the point is the most of the power comes from the Congress. And so the problem with that is with Congress, there's so many different Congress members. Like I understand that you want to have like a board of people to have ideas. But then the problem is when the problem is like both sides are kind of equal a lot. And then even when it's not equal, they're just like fighting back and forth. It doesn't feel like they're trying to fix anything. It feels like they both have separate beliefs, both parties. And so like they both have equal power, so they just fight back and forth. It's like it's like if Vegeta and Goku finally had like equal power and they went in a hyperbolic time chamber and they just fought forever. That's what it feels like people are doing. I hear people say Joe Biden did this and that, and Obama did this and that, and Trump did this and that. Like while they all might have their problems and their positive, while they all might have their positives and negatives, the biggest problem is the president doesn't have the power that people think they do. Like when Obama got into office, I saw him giving people cell phones, which was amazing. When people don't have anything in the world and then they can get free cell phones and then catch Wi-Fi and different stuff, that's basically a way to get stuff like information and technology in people's hands. And so then after that, there was an increase in food stamps and they were dealing with the whole healthy living thing. And there's a lot that people don't really know about with Obama. He was dealing with healthcare. See, in the mainstream media, they pumped all that Obamacare, but what he was actually doing was he was making it to where everybody could have affordable healthcare. And so people might have had to pay premiums and stuff, but now people who were poor as dirt could now get healthcare and they were able to actually get procedures done and cancers. Because what you guys are witnessing is a bunch of healthy rich people complain about poor people and sick people. That's when you take away all the barriers, that's what it is. You all have the money to go on vacations, buy cars. I mean, some of the stuff people talk about in everyday life intimidate me. And when I say intimidate me, I don't mean like I don't like not being able to be a part of certain conversations, especially when intellect is involved. And I've never really been able to talk about anything financial because, as I've told you all, I've always been educated in terms of language arts, mathematics, science, religions, I guess you could say sociology because I've always been social and learning even before college. But I've never been in a spot where I've had money, me or my family. So living in different places, I've had to stay with people throughout time when I was younger. But then when my parents did get money, they were like factory workers and a nurse. I mean, a factory worker and a nurse. So it's like after I was grown, she became a nurse, and then when my dad, when I got grown, he started getting nicer factory jobs. So it's just basically like super poor, and then now, boom, I'm an adult. I'm learning the world, learning the streets, learning because I never really had a chance to go to like because even my sister ran into the same problem, and I found something interesting when she was going to college. She was coming up with like she was dealing with fighting not her. I'm saying she was in chemistry and in medical science, and she was doing all these like she was coming up with these like equations and stuff and trying to fight AIDS. Um, and so in the midst of doing that, she or cancer or something, and she was going on trips and doing her thing at college, and then all of a sudden it came to like a paywall. It was like boom, this can't be done, that can't be done, woo woo woo, and it's like that's basically what happens in life. You know what I mean? Life so I'm happy for her. She did her thing, but then all of a sudden, like years later, it's like, oh, they found a cure to fight AIDS and not to fight, or something had come out to where people were curing AIDS or curing cancer with different strands of T cells. And so what was happening was they were because I guess HIV and AIDS attacks your own cells, so to speak. And so what was happening is they were using it to fight the cancer cells, because a cancer cell is a growth. All of our cells have like telomeres, and what they do is they multiply and grow until they're not supposed to anymore. It's kind of like a stopwatch. And when those telomeres or different things are broken, what happens is the cells keep reproducing and reproducing and reproducing past this stop point. Well, then it creates a mass and a growth, and it disrupts other body functions. And so what ends up happening is they were, and there was a few cases where they were getting to the T cells. They were programming them to attack the excess cancer cells, and it was amazing. This is just a tad bit of information. I'm not telling people to go sleep with people and stuff that have HIV and AIDS. I'm just telling you, I've seen commercials which made me do research. They have it to where the HIV is contained to where people that have HIV can sleep with others and not spread it. And they have it contained to where people are able to live long lives. Like you wouldn't even, I don't think it shows up in something like that. You guys have to do further research. I have done my research. But there's cures to all types of diseases and stuff now that plagued mankind. And so yeah, medicine and different aspects of medical science are beautiful and amazing. There's even they have it to where they can clone organs and stuff. And if something was going wrong, depending on how deep we are in medical science, they could actually have a whole new organ. But you know, medical costs and different things like that is reserved for special people, I guess. So finances and stuff like that, I'm educated, but I've never really been a financial person. I've never really been in. That's why even at the beginning of my videos, I guess I spoke in vain, because I don't know everybody's situation. You know what I mean? And I can never speak in vain. Everything is always for edification. I'm sorry for what I just said. But in perfection, there's imperfection. And so for the complete balance, I can't speak in vain, but the perfection comes from learning from it and moving forward. So I used to say, like, all these preachers and rabbis are getting money and all they want to do is beg for money and stuff, which it feels like they are, but I guess I don't know each and every individual's, you know what I mean, situation. So who am I to say? I just, when I found out who Melchizedek was, it fucking pissed me off. And so the whole oh, Melchizedek's the one that's saying it ain't about, you know what, there's other prophets and other people that say donate. And if somebody's giving their services like scribes and preachers, and they're helping save your soul, why not? I guess. I mean, I just I religion has really messed me up in terms of finding inner peace. And I wouldn't even necessarily say it's religion, because then it's a paradox, because the religion causes it, but man spreads religion, and the way they spread their religion is really unsettling and unnerving. They create these paradoxes that can't be proved, because they tell you what happens after death, and then what happens after that is a person grovels all their life trying to understand or find peace, and that frustrates me to high hell. And so I don't like seeing people tormented and tortured. And another thing, um, I've been finding out a lot of stuff in life. I've been finding out a lot of weird, random stuff. And the weirdest part is a lot of it I find out in a dual nature. Sometimes I go read and learn things, and sometimes I hear it on the inside and then go read and learn things, and it's like, holy crap. So I'm hearing a lot of people say they never really believed in a God, and now they're talking about a demiurge showed up, and I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about JB now, which is awesome. Um, a couple of African videos, they're like Yehanna the High Priest and Yehannans and Yehohannans. I was never hearing anything about I had to find the name Yehohanan and Yehanan. I just know about John and Juan. I didn't know about that. And I'm hearing some people talk about Yanez. I was like, okay, Yanez, okay. Just little stuff when the truth is put out there and known. Because they're basically leaving a history telling you guys the dude's name was John, or English would be John, but I guess if he was Greek and it was Greek, it would have been Yanez. And so Yanez and Juannie, that's funny. But I'm just essentially, I want to bring peace to people and try to change the world. But in the balance, I know sometimes you have to come through like a firestorm, because sometimes people are really caught. So you got to kind of help dig deep, stick your hand. Like I used to say in my old videos, you got to stick your hand deep and pull out. And so, you know, that's, I used to be a part of a situation where I felt like asking for any type of because I was working, you know what I mean? I was a CNA in a psych care facility, and I was a CNA at a full lift facility at a couple other places. And so a lot of times when I would see people just on camera, okay, for sure. Um, but a lot of times when I was working, because growing up, all I would ever be told is, you know what I mean, you got to get a job, you got to work, you got to work, you got to work. But the thing about that to me is, I would see nobody working. I would see like random people working, you know what I mean, the lower class, making their minimum wage. But then I would see the preachers, the corporation owners, the people with the massive power that the poor people are building up are basically keeping these people in these positions, and they're not doing what they're supposed to. And so this is why I stick my hand out and say, here I am. Because honestly, if y'all honestly want to know the truth about the situation, I could be like a thief in the night, use my intellect and wisdom, and just live some type of life that would be. But I don't. I jump out in the street, I come down and say, yo, let me talk to y'all for a minute. Let me help y'all. But while I'm down here, could y'all help a brother for a second? So what does that mean? I was working all my life. I had everything. Then I started coming down and helping people. And now, boom, I'm down here struggling, hurting. Then I see people in all these for the most high, for the most high, for the most high. And I'm sitting here looking like a bum now. These people that everybody say keep it real, do for Israel, do for the motherland. I came out speaking about Europe and Judaism and Catholicism and Protestantism and how they destroyed us, and all these corporations lost my job. They tried to arrest me. All this. I find out Heritage is the same foundation that's pushing Project 2025 that's advocated for by AIPAC and Trump. Who put me through any of this at the end there when I was trying to go talk to a therapist? Heritage. This shit is crazy to me. It's like, what's going on? Perfectly educated young man, got a college education, got all this stuff. But what I come as a perfect saint. So now I'm revealing who I am. I'm not playing y'all games. I'm not Moses. I'm not John the Baptist. I don't wield staffs and hold seals. I am the staff and seal. For every person that says the Most High deserves 10%, it will be rerouted to me. If it doesn't, you will be brought low. Everybody keep talking about I'm coming with the rapture and all this other stuff. Here I am. The rapture is me giving you the name, like when Abraham brought fire down from Sodom and Gomorrah. Y'all have been paying the king of Sodom reverence for the last 3,000 years, 2,000 years. I'm sorry, for almost 4,000 years now. And I got the receipts in my videos to prove it. So sometimes people will be like, the Lord is all about giving and giving. All that stuff that was wrote is a lie. The New Testament, go read the Old Testament and see how they revered the prophets, the anointed ones. They are lying to y'all. The king of Babylon, the king of Sodom, they keep coming into the garden and destroying. Why would y'all pay these people who y'all call Satan over and over, Hollywood and these rich institutions? Then when the prophets and the Most High come, y'all be talking about, oh, they're unholy, they're unhumble. So yes, I'm here to try to help and save, but y'all not gonna have me looking like a bum and then expect me to do something magnificent for people. That's why they keep telling y'all Moses is dead, because they want Aaron and Peter and Paul to run over y'all. Because the two witnesses was Moses, who brought my name, and John the Baptist, who bared it. Yehohanan, Yanez. So I'm going to help and redeem as many people as I can, all that understand who I am and want to help who I am. Because the true nature of creation was to be, whatever happens in my life is going to happen to the world. And the world tried to utterly destroy me. But in my kindness, which is getting thin, I am trying as hard as I can to be helpful and to have me spread. But people aren't, they watch me and they'll say, oh, I believe you, and oh, I this and that. I am telling you with a lion shout who I am. The Spirit leads anything and has led me to this point, and it is time. So, when dealing with politics, I'm telling y'all, even if y'all pick a president, y'all are acting like these presidents are kings and gods, and y'all remember what happened in the days of Shemuel, what led down to Samson. Y'all remember what happened in the days of Japheth, when y'all ran up in Europe and y'all wanted the barbarians. I have a couple of requests. I don't want to be the richest person and all this other stuff. Told y'all that's not me. But my income has been taken away. My character and my name has been taken away. Everything about my personality has been taken away. People running in the streets talking about Yahveh, the Most High, the Most High. Don't know what they talking about. It's JB and I stay high. I'm not telling y'all to go be like me. What did the witnesses tell y'all? Y'all can't live up to me. Y'all can't do what I do. A lot of y'all will end up reprobate and harmed. My lifestyle is for me. Yehohanan told y'all he was a witness. Moses told y'all he went on the mount to talk. So, I want to talk about a lot of people I see. I am healing everybody who's dealing with pain and anxiety, who's not harmful and hurtful, and who are truly sorry, and all who call on my name. JB, I am sorry. Boom. That's the key. And then listen to these scrolls and stuff. That's why they want y'all to call all these Jehovah and Yahveh. It is all YV. It is all JB. The French and the Germans are fucking with y'all heads. They're trying to get y'all to live up to the eternal word that's everywhere. That's not true. You go anywhere else in the universe, they're not doing what y'all are doing. Animals don't do what y'all do. Lions, to me, got it the best. They running around in their environment. But there is one thing against lions I have, that whole coming into a new pride and slaying all the children and stuff. That's mad to me. But those are animals. Well, what I'm saying is they live a life. What's the difference between a man who has a wife and they both happy, and that's what they want to do? She wants a man, and the difference between a man who is the most loving, kind, sweet man and has 3 or 4 women that adore and love him, and they all love each other, and they all happy together and live together. What's the fucking difference? Who are you fucking hurting? If a man could go change his sex and y'all plastering that everywhere, if a woman could go sleep with 10 women, or a woman could go be a strong dyke and y'all passing that off everywhere, why can't y'all leave people the fuck alone? What is a dyke? Why do y'all got a name call? Why can't she just be a woman that loves another woman? Why can't a man that... Y'all know lions have gay sex. I don't understand the world. Y'all take things that don't harm nobody. Y'all talk about, oh, gays, because of people in jail and gays, AIDS are everywhere. Are y'all dumb? Then y'all say because of blacks, AIDS are everywhere. There was none of these diseases in Africa. I researched the Middle Ages and it all comes from Europe. Mad fucking rampant diseases and viruses. COVID didn't affect Africa. So yes, y'all are demons. Farrakhan was right. Some of y'all are demons. A lot of y'all are. The mass of you are. But all the ones who aren't, have not been, and refuse to be, thank you. You are part of me and are already living a beautiful life. But if you keep some deep down that make me frown, it will be found. And I will twist it around. And if you get caught up in a storm, because that shit's outside the norm. Anybody watch these videos and say I'm being vain and I'm not who I am? Good fucking luck. Because the one you do follow finna have your ass in a rut. Because I was just dealing with listening to all this duality and non-duality. And because of those motherfuckers, people are running around acting nutty on YouTube, sounding terrified and sounding off, sitting there like, Y'all are destroying my fucking home. So yes, I am grabbing creation and taking what is mine. Everybody else lost out here, continue to follow y'all gods. Let me know when it ends. Because if 7,000 years ain't long enough, because if you do some research, your time is from 4000 BC when they was doing the beginning languages. And then me and Narmer took Maya and spread it all through Babylon and Canaan and Assyria. Then Mentuhotep II turned into the fiery falcon, the phoenix, and spread it. And then he was healing things properly based on history. Then the Canaanites, the Hyksos, came and attacked Egypt and started in the 1900 BC after Mentuhotep II, the Mentu, the fiery falcon, Enki. It's all in written history. My family bloodline. All who are racist and talk about Africans and act a fool and still perpetuate this Nazi behavior, get away from me. Be thou refined in hell until you're ready to come up like gold out of your cell. What will anybody say to me? Will you all take the good, not the bad? Told y'all I wanted a beautiful world, just like the prophets was testifying on my behalf. Came back to wretchedness. It's not the stuff y'all mess with, it's the stuff in here that y'all then manipulate the world with. And people in Africa, natural as ever, still running around and doing what they do in certain tribes I find on National Geographic and different channels. Them are the blessed ones. They don't got to deal with y'all buffoonery. All these people running out talking about, I want to go back to the nature. I want to see people making hiking videos and going back because they sick of it. All this artificial bull crap everywhere. And I'm going to continue to twirl this motherfucker around until I'm placed back with my crown. And I rule everything from the sky to the ground. Because I'm not Sodom, Melchizedek, or any of those gods. And I'm not none of those fucking facades. And I'll do it over and over again until you learn the true nature of disrespecting me and playing in sin. I dare somebody say, all you want is money. I'll make money not fucking exist no more. Y'all keep talking about the microchip is the devil and money is the way. They're gonna take our money away. Which idols do you all want me to put in the refinery next? Because all of it is stupid. How are you afraid of a microchip and any of this other shit and holding on to money, but it'll say money is the root of all evil? Then you'll say, oh, okay, after money's the root of all evil, we gotta be perfect. We gotta be perfect. But then it'll say, eating out of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, coming from the only time they ever talked to the one in the sky, whose name they changed to God after Germanic paganism. I most told y'all not to play with the name. Yehohanan bared the name so y'all knew what would happen. But if it ain't enough yet, Pope, oh, I see him trying to make things better, but he still got a whole bunch of my shit. Whole bunch of my shit he put in his temple. Just like Melchizedek with my 10%. Just like Melchizedek with my 10%. The Pharaoh with all my knowledge and my people. Right? The Semitic people. And then the Europeans that wanted to take all the rest of my shit. Put it in their temples. Now Judaism's talking about Yeshua. They still trying to be slick. But they gonna piss me the fuck off. And now, the Pope's trying, on my birthday, March 17th, he talking about hell not real now. Jesus was born in the wintertime, but he's a fisherman, a Capricorn. Pray your flight is not in the winter. I'm a fucking Pisces, a fisher of men. Born in the spring to bring life. So, now I have breached. Any who cause harm to me, any further harm to my living situation, any further harm to my character, any further harm to who I am, and try to harm my mind, will be given over to every plague I seek and every plague they've given. All who do not put my name back and continue to play in fucking translated La La Land with the Y and the V will be given over to what they speak. And no longer will they be protected by me from the peak. If my money and my shit is not returned and I'm not living wealthily and happily along with me and the rest of my bloodline, all my blessings will be taken and they will forget my fucking name. And then when they find me again, I will take 50% instead of 10. If y'all don't give Africa back them riches, diamonds, and gold, and all them crowns and shit, matter of fact, I don't even want that $400 million crown. I want Ibrahim, that young African general. I want him to have that fucking crown by the end of this year. Keep thinking I'm a fucking joke. How many videos do y'all need? But I want me and my African Americans to have our reparations. And I personally want to be living very comfortably. Because I am the Most High. And I want all these other random assortment of Portugal, Spain, Italy, Germany. Y'all finna fucking help Russia and China. And y'all gonna fix your Africa right fucking now. Or I'm gonna send you back up to the north to live like barbarians again. Where's the knees and the earthles? What does that mean?